The last thing I'm working on this darn composting toilet here is boxing it in. So I've got the box pieces cut out here, and I just got a clamp holding it. And this, I'm repurposing the top that you might have saw me cut out in one of the other videos because I screwed it all up. But I can use it for the base in this, even though it's got this cutout, and I'll show you why it's going to work for this. Because this will go in the back like this. This is going to be mounted up here, and we're going to be cutting this at an angle right down to there. That's why I cut this short. There'll be nothing out here. And the urine diverter tube has to go down somewhere, so this big cutout is not going to matter. So this will be mounted up here. The tube will go down at an angle following the front, right down into an opening down here and to the gray water tank. I mean, if you look at any of the C-head models, the crank, it goes right down through here and right down through here, so that'll be right there. And the urine diverter, of course, will sit here. So here I'm going to go ahead and cut out this angle for one of the sides. This will be the front here, that cutout. So, you know, when you go to sit down on anything, it's easier if your feet can be back in a little bit first. If you go right up against something to sit like that, you want to fall over. Your tendency is to lean like this and go down, and you want your feet to be going a little bit. So that's why I wanted to kind of design it that way. That's the next day. What I'm going to do now is I got these two pieces here, and I'm going to cut them out, one for here and one for here, and that will give us the rest of the box. So we're going to do that next. Alright, so you probably can't see it in the video, but I did angle the blade, so I'm going to take the time to do that, to angle this cut and probably the top cut for that front piece. It goes down an angle, so it'll be more flush at the bottom and hopefully at the top. So we're going to go ahead and make that cut right now. There's this piece here. So when it goes down, obviously it hits the floor at an angle. So now it's going to fit more flush right down on the floor there. And we're going to make the same cut up here. So hopefully this sits down onto that one properly as well. So just going to bring it over there and now make this angle cut up here. The interesting thing with this second cut for the angle is, as long as you have the width of this cut properly for what it's supposed to be over there, you don't have to adjust this fence after you made the first cut. The reason being is you made this cut at an angle, but this top part here, you did not shorten it at all. So once you flip it, it's the same distance. So all you're doing is taking off the opposite corner. So the fence can stay right where it was originally, and we'll just go right through the blade and make this angle cut here. No adjustment necessary. Assuming you have the measurement right. We'll find out. Alright, well, certainly looks good. So we got this angle here and that angle there, and we never adjusted the blade, the fence. Now let's go see if it's going to fit in there properly. Pretty darn good, right there. And now, if I have to make any adjustments, I can adjust it with this piece. Just shortening it up, but I don't have to. Look at that. It's almost like I knew what I was doing, or I just got damn lucky. Alright, sorry about that. The last video I didn't have the camera angled correctly, but basically glued it, clamped it, and now I'm putting some rad nails in it. So we got this piece. All you can see now is we just got one piece left. It's going to sit right here. Alright, here's the box from a top-down view. And I think I talked about this earlier, but what will happen is this will sit in here like this. And in doing so, I'm going to glue a couple cleats right here and here. It'll stop this from turning when we crank it. And then I'm going to glue a couple down in front of this at an angle so the bucket can never slide forward. And that still leaves room for the urine diverter to be right here. And that'll go up with the cover, obviously. Alright, so we got the bucket where it's going to go. I'll show you this side here. Hopefully I can do that. I'm just going to glue it. And I just want to make sure this is turned exactly you want it, so it's nice and straight and it's centered in between the two. I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze that right there. That. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a couple brads in it. I'll do one from this side and then I'll go around. Alright. So essentially that's what I'm doing. You can see I got these two in place here. So this can't turn when I crank it. But it can flop around like this. So we got to fix that problem. And we got to make it so it fits in the same spot every time. So we're going to put cleats down at the bottom here. So when it's in place, we know it's exactly where it belongs. Okay, let's just kind of show you where we're at here. Cleats in the bottom, cleats up here to stop it from spinning, and these little stoppers so it can't slide side to side. Basically, when the cover's up, the urine diverter and all that will be up out of the way. Be able to drop this in, set it in place like this. Bam! It's in place, it ain't gonna move, and you're good to go. That's it. And I can crank this thing. I don't know if I still have the crank sitting here or not. Guess not. I can crank this to our heart's content. This thing is not moving. So that is perfect. So we'll pull that out of the way. Now, basically I got to sand it down and I got to get a cover for it, of course. And then we got to paint it up. But first, I guess we'll do some sanding, and because we're going to have to wait for some of this glue to dry too. So you can see I've made some progress here. Basically now, it's not on, I don't have it on camera, but I've screwed this up 2 more times. Had this too long, then the seat couldn't bolt down properly. Anyways, I have it now. This is going to be the top. Of course, this will be hinged. And you can see I got the first hole drilled down through here that the crank can go down through. And there will be a cutout here, obviously. And now I am working on drilling the hole into the toilet. Marking on the toilet here. I got to move it over a little bit to the left. So I was just laying this on it, guessing where it needs to be. But I got to try and drill that hole, so that's going to be the next step. At a slight angle, and then straighten it out after I get through. So let's hope I don't mess up my toilet seat. Alright, so what I've done is I've drilled most of the way through. I think you can see that, and I can see where the point is now. So I want to come around this side so I can get a nice clean hole here, hopefully. So alright, not too bad. I can use a file to clean that up. And then I'll paint the hell out of it, of course. And now we got to go through the cover. Alright, I know you can't see it on camera, but little tiny dimple right there. So I'm coming around the front to drill from here so I get a nice clean hole, hopefully. You want a clean hole after you use the toilet. Okay. A hole clean right through. Whoops, a hole clean right through. Perfect.